According to Wikipedia, homophobia encompasses a range of negative attitudes and feelings towards homosexuality or people who are identified or perceived as being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, LGBT. It can be expressed as antipathy, contempt, prejudice, aversion, or hatred, may be based on irrational fear, and is sometimes related to religious beliefs. Homophobia is observable in critical and hostile behavior, such as discrimination and violence on the basis of sexual orientations that are non-heterosexual. Time magazine in a 2006 edition asked the question, is Jamaica the most homophobic place on earth? The Economist had a 2009 article titled, Homophobia in Jamaica, a Vicious Intolerance. The politicians seem unperturbed by hate crimes. Channel 4 came to Jamaica and did a documentary in their series, Unreported World Shorts on Jamaican Gays.
What would you guess was the biggest problem facing the police in Jamaica's capital? Perhaps the high crime rate? Or levels of poverty? Not according to the deputy superintendent here. For him, it's this group of homeless people. Their crime? Being openly gay and transgender in a society where male gay sex is punishable by 10 years hard labour. Ostracised by her community, Chrissy set up home in a squat with friends from the LGBT community. After complaints from neighbours, the owner of the house decided his best option was to level the building, rather than risk them returning. Finally, Chrissy has ended up here, camped out in a storm drain in Kingston's business district, where she and her friends are regularly under siege.
See there, one man swing one stone in my face, because my teeth and butt up the whole of my mouth.
Her friends have been beaten, stabbed, and stoned. Homophobia permeates society in modern Jamaica. From churches...
Look how woman sweep! You're dirty and nasty! You are washed with the blood!
To dancehall music, where massive mainstream hits have lyrics that openly endorse the persecution and murder of gay men. Even officials who say they do not discriminate have little sympathy for their impossible situation.
Jamaica homophobic, Jamaica not foreign. So you can't come to Jamaica and dress up like Jamaica, like you're foreign. And if you do it, you can do it, but guess what? You're going to be at a disadvantage.
No matter where they go to try to build a life, Chrissy and those like her are persecuted, simply for being brave enough not to live a lie.
This life I'm living is not for me, but I have to cope with it and bear it. But the Lord will reveal me. Sorry.
RETV asks the public, why do you think Jamaica is such a homophobic nation?
Well, I don't think Jamaica is as homophobic as they used to be. I think we have been influenced by overseas to change our perception and thinking. So I don't really think we're any homophobic anymore. As a matter of fact, I think we're less homophobic than even the influences that made us not homophobic. So yeah, I don't think so, no.
A mixture of religion, the morals we were taught, when we were growing up, and actually songs, especially, I think it was Boom Bye Bye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that had a major influence on some of it. But I think that a lot of Jamaicans are learning tolerance for a lot of it. They just don't want any gays to rub it in their face that, oh, they are gay. We probably can be tolerable of them later on, but right now they're still really homophobic.
Jamaica, we're growing up from when I was a youth, we're growing up in church. So from a longer while, Jamaica is a homophobic country. You know what I mean? Not bashing anyone after living or anything, but that's how Jamaican people think, you know, and that's how we grow from grandparents to fourth parents coming up, you know what I mean? So that's how it is.
Jamaica has changed over the years because you have people now engaging in all different kind of activities that would be linked to homosexual behavior, and the country is more accepting now. We've moved from the point of basically. We've moved from the point where one time we don't even want a homophobic or homo in our family, a brother or a sister being a lesbian. Now everybody's accepting it, everybody's okay with it. So Jamaica is no longer a homophobic country. That's what I think. I don't know about anybody else.
Reason being, I guess, is because we're so strong on religion, and it basically is wrong in the Bible. So I guess that's why we're so strong on being against it. But me personally, I don't really have a problem with people like those. I'm not homophobic.
Jamaicans in general are homophobic, mainly because I think Christianity, music influences, even media.
Jamaica as a nation, yeah, we are homophobic, and it's a cultural thing more than anything. And in this time, in this dispensation of time right now, we are a little bit less homophobic. But you don't know how to keep that fire burning still. And who like it, who don't like it, them must go and fight it. But one of them things there, it's just our culture, and that's how Jamaicans are. And we are intolerant to a degree. So that's just basically it, you know what I mean? And Andy Frost I represent for RETV and all of East Kingston, Jamaica, you know what I mean?
I think recently we've become less homophobic because of how much it is in the media. Back in the day, it was kind of taboo, or it wasn't as out there as it is now. So I don't think we are as much as it was back then.
I don't agree with the current notion of the government basically trying to force us to accept this form of sexuality. And I don't think we'll ever come to a point where Jamaicans will accept homosexuality. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't think it should be forced upon the nation to accept it. And that's my view on the whole view of homosexuality.
A March 2013 study that was done at the University of Technology indicated that while internationally the perception of homosexuality is changing, the views in Jamaica have not changed. The study, which combined gay males and lesbians, reported that 80% of respondents viewed homosexuality as something wrong. Approximately 2% considered it good, and approximately 18% were indifferent.
RETV.
Don't watch me.
Watch yourself.